What's up, everybody? This is Anime Squad Podcast, episode 49. My name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And before we begin, I just want to mention, as always, we have timestamps for any of the wonderful shows that we're going to be covering, just so that you guys know. And one little bit of announcement to make is that, as some of you guys might have seen, we have an extra video that is that's been uploaded between this episode and our past episode, and that is the very first episode of Anime Throwbacks.
Yes, we are very excited to launch this very spicy new project that we review old animes of the past.
Yep, and I'd say more than that. In that episode, we even unveil our newest member of the podcast itself.
Yes.
Josh.
Yes, we are welcoming Josh to our ranks.
Yep.
And hopefully
he'll be able to introduce himself.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
So next season, of course.
So prepare for
so
that.
You get a sneak peek.
Yes, you get a sneak peek, and in that episode, they talk about Time of Eve, so if you guys want to check that out, please be sure to do so. And as always, you guys could always leave a comment and everything for that video. We'd love to hear your input on it.
Yes, feedback is great. And with
course.
that, we move on to our podcast.
Exactly. And with that, we're going to be talking about our heavy hitters. Pacific Rim The Black Episode 2.
Oh my god. And I like the subtitle of this because the black, it's I honestly blanked black when I was watching this episode.
A little bit more of a background. We decided to test out the Japanese dub for this episode.
Yay!
But that's about all we can really provide for this show because this show gets the cut.
Yeah,
we're not continuing this after this one.
We're not sugarcoating it. It kind of sounded obvious from the first episode, but we gave it a second chance.
Yeah, we did.
But it just wasn't cutting the cheesecake,
Nope.
I mean, our two main characters are just, I don't know. I don't like them as much to be interested in their problems, and like just the whole kaiju and like disaster apocalypse. It seems cool in concept, but when you're there, it's pretty boring.
Yeah, and it's like the goal that they're trying to strive for seems very pointless too. It's like you kind of know where it's gonna go, and with these characters that don't necessarily, and there's not even any side characters to really root for because they're all kind of they've all been killed off in the first episode. Yes. So it's like where do we even go? There's nothing really to really elevate this at all. Everything just kind of blends in together.
Yeah.
For this episode, there was hardly anything at all. Too. That was a little bit of story, but other than that, it was kind of like a raptor kind of chase. Like from like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it was very much Jurassic Park vibes. It's just there was a big kaiju and a little mix of it, which I don't like that scene in Jurassic Park, but like when it's done once, Yeah. This was done like what 2-3 times.
Exactly. Yeah, they recycled the whole bit again, where like the giant kaiju comes in and they save our heroes instead of killing them, and they had to do it. They had to rely on that twice. Too.
Yeah. The first time I was like, I'll let that pass. That's fine.
Yeah.
The second time I was like, okay, no.
They had to plan around it. That's what made it even more egregious.
Yeah, it was like, okay, at this point, this big kaiju is just an ally at this point. It's not really a threat.
Yeah, so, I mean, for what it is.
We made fun of it. We're like, oh, he's probably waiting for them to get on the
actual Jaeger so that they can have a real fight.
Because that kaiju has pride, damn it.
So we're not gonna continue this. I mean, this is only 7 episodes, so if you guys wanna binge it on your own, you guys are free. You guys are free to do so.
Yeah.
But we've already learned our lesson with Dragon's Dogma. So.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Pacific Rim The Black. You've been cut.
Flash.
And with that, I like to move on to the next anime, and unfortunately, it will be the last episode for this beautiful show. Thus spoke Kishibe Rohan, episode 4, and what a way to end it, honestly.
Yeah, this one felt very, very much true to the JoJo that we all know and love formula.
Yes.
This whole episode was tensions. There's a lot of tension in this goddamn episode.
And in an indirect way, it felt very much like a throwback to part 1. If you see the episode, you guys know what I mean. You know, it's all about the gym life and building that muscle.
Gym bros, you know what I'm talking about? It's like you gotta compete with your gym bros, man. That testosterone come in and just like you just want to get better and better. And you know, sometimes it just consumes you.
Yeah.
That guy got too addicted, man.
So much addicted. I love his transformation in the end.
Yeah, and then overall, I want to say that it's so interesting to see that, like, of all the episodes that we've seen, the only stand user that's ever been shown to us was just Rohan. Every other phenomenon that's been explained to us had nothing to do with stands at all. Like,
it's crazy because he was about to lose on this one.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Those moments I was like, oh damn, this is it for Rohan.
Yeah, but at this point, Rohan was just joking.
Yeah.
He wasn't actually taking this serious, but the guy took it too serious.
It was a playful banter. Like, he thought it was just for fun, you know, just the love of, you know, working out.
It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah. But the guy really took it seriously when he lost, and he was like, not again.
I mean, he even resorted to serial killing, so.
Yeah, that was crazy.
When we found out, holy smokes.
Yeah, that was crazy. I love the whole, that whole treadmill thing. That whole scene is just amazing, especially when it escalates to the point where like he throws a dumbbell and it was like, oh yeah, no one's gonna come out of this.
Nope.
I told you I had a feeling she was gonna die. The girl.
The girlfriend.
Yeah, the girlfriend.
I was like, whoa, this guy's going over the top.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I feel like the signs were definitely there, especially when...
I didn't notice it on the show, but until the end, I was like, damn, there's no one at the gym.
Yeah, it was all eerily quiet.
And then at the end, we found out that he killed everyone.
Yeah, and it was a really, really subtle way of showing what happened, because, like, we wouldn't have found out if Rohan didn't use Heaven's Door to open him up and see kind of what he did.
Yeah, and he used Heaven's Door again, super smartly. He's like, he knew he was not gonna win, so he used his second trick, you know, to use his stand and just take advantage of him.
Yeah,
because he was comparing him to, what was it?
Oh, to
Hermes.
Yeah.
Hermes, the messenger god.
Yeah.
And that was cool. I like that.
No, it's funny too. It wasn't just comparing him. He straight up says that this guy was the avatar of Hermes.
Yeah.
He's pretty much embodied. He became the messenger god himself of, like, you know, perfection and muscles.
The god of muscles.
Yeah. So I mean that was some intensity right there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Still not as huge as Jonathan Joestar was though.
No one's gonna beat that man.
No.
That testosterone and that buffness is just crazy.
Yeah. It's been immortalized.
But yeah, unfortunately, that is the end of this show.
Yeah.
And I guess a quick review of it.
Might as well.
What would you give it?
A rating.
Yeah.
I guess I might as well start. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It was only 4 episodes long, but you know, from what we got, it was super crazy, super intense. My favorite episodes were the first episode and this one right here. And overall, I'd say it's a 8.5 out of 10.
Nice.
I would. It's a fun watch. It's only 4 episodes, so it's not a big commitment.
Yeah.
And honestly, I personally wish that this becomes like this either gets picked up for a full-on Ghostbusters kind of, well, not Ghostbusters, but like Goosebumps kind of like style weekly show or something. Yeah. I think it would be perfect for that. Honestly, it just fits. It's not like a regular shonen action series like JoJo usually is, but I feel like for what it is, it still has that JoJo vibe to it, and it still fits. I would definitely wish that it gets pulled for like a spinoff.
I guess to go with what you said, maybe that's why they put it on Netflix itself.
Oh, kind of like as a test.
Yeah. Maybe they'll make a side project.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll announce it in the the event itself.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say too because like these four episodes were directly lifted from the side stuff that that Araki had already written in manga form. So these are technically derived from manga source material, just not from the main JoJo stuff. These are like mostly like one shots and stuff. So we'll see. I mean, honestly, I have faith in David Productions. I feel like they could definitely pull something, or definitely make something that would definitely still fit with the JoJo lore, even if it's original stuff. I mean, they do that all the time with novels and stuff, so I don't see why they won't be able to do that with anime. I have faith in them, honestly.
Omar?
Yeah, man. I mean, just this whole these 4 episodes. I even told the guys in the end, I was like, I really want more. Like, I feel like the way like this ended, I was like, I need more of this, man. Like,
yeah, it was very bittersweet.
Yeah, like I feel gypped. But yeah, just like, you know, I like the whole like horror aspect of it, like the supernatural world around, you know, the JoJo. Like JoJo's already weird, but like just bringing the supernatural environment of it is like even weirder. It's like, oh, that's it fits so well. It fits so well. It's just like I'm like in your camp. Like I like this episode, and then the first episode we saw, I think those were strong. And just how crazy a simple little challenge could be.
Yeah.
And just man, it's just a good old time, and you can watch this within 2 hours, honestly.
Yeah, less than 2 hours, if anything.
Yeah. So
it's like a movie.
So I give this a 9, man. 9 out of 10. And I hope, like you said, hopefully it does pick up when someone David Productions does a whole full series, or you know, I'm pretty sure maybe part 6 comes out soon.
Right.
Well, what about you, David?
For me, I give it a solid 8. Just because it's just 4 episodes.
Yeah, that was my.
That's what turned me.
Too.
Yeah, that's what it turned me down. So, if it was longer and had more episodes, I would have gave it a higher rating. But an 8 is good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in general, I like the whole 4. I treat all 4 episodes the same. I enjoy what they were and what they were for. You know, I love the whole mysteries for each of the episodes themselves. And can't wait until they do something with this even more, you know.
Yeah.
I want more Rohan. If anything, Rohan's an interesting character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He's always been an interesting character. I just feel like this elevated more of his, you know, interest.
And it'll be cool, like if we were to get other stories, maybe other JoJo characters,
or like cameos in his show and stuff.
Yeah.
Like what we were saying, like when's is Josuke gonna attack?
Josuke, yeah, he's been. He was like he's been there.
Maybe it doesn't have to be part 4. It could be part 5. A character that has, you know, didn't get shown.
Fugo.
We'll want to see what happened at the end, you know.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
When he went off on his
Rohan
own,
and Fugo.
You don't want to be part of that, you know.
Interesting.
But yeah, they could find something. They'll make something. Hopefully.
All right.
We'll move on to our next show. RWBY, Volume 8, Episode 12.
Yes. And we have so much problems, so much disasters happening. And how are we going to solve this? How are we going to do this?
So, yeah, RWBY takes into account that of all the risks that we've taken, we haven't taken the one that sounds the craziest one. Let's put Penny literally in the vault.
Yes.
Just like Salem wants.
Yes. Let's do that. Good idea. And let's actually use the damn spear that this thing is making Atlas float. And use the damn genie that's in it to like save our problems.
Wait, I forgot. Was it that once Penny opens the door, wasn't she supposed to self-destruct?
Yes. Well, what Salem, I guess what Arthur wanted was to have her go enter the vault and then self-destruct.
Oh,
so
okay,
that way.
Okay, yeah. Then
she would be in the way.
Because the thing that was keeping Atlas afloat was the spear anyway.
Yeah.
Whether they use the wish or whether it gets blown up, regardless, it would have caused Atlas to fall.
Mm-hmm. But luckily, with teamwork, with the Atlas, with the people they have trust in Atlas, and then obviously down with RWBY teams that they do this beautiful attack on Ironwood, which he got pretty teamed attacked.
Yeah, he got comboed, man. He had no match.
No,
he was a solo at this point.
Yeah, he held his ground though. He held his ground pretty well.
Yeah.
And I can imagine like he got extra bamboozled because all this time he thought Winter was on his side, and then like when all of a sudden he was like facing off against like all these like traitors and stuff, and then Winter is also like tagging up against him.
I do like her finishing move, which basically reminded me of Samurai Showdown.
Oh yeah, I know.
I was like, damn.
With the dramatic finishes and stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool little touch they did.
Hopefully he realizes when he wakes up, he's like, damn it. I think I pushed it way too far.
Under all costs.
Under all costs, bro. I wouldn't hold my breath on that. But yeah, there's the genie in the spear. He's a magical, super powerful being.
He has a lot of charisma.
Yeah.
I mean, like the guys were. Ospen was definitely not kidding when he said that. Like, yeah, that guy is a bit of a character.
Oh yeah, he is. He's amazing on the screen.
Oh yeah,
he just takes over the whole show at that point when he came in.
It's like, I am the creator. Oh shoot, okay, so I can't destroy anything. And like it was really clever when like Ruby and them were like, yeah, we pretty much know what you're gonna do, and you need to be really specific. Here is what I want specifically with Penny. Make it happen.
And I like how he's like, oh, y'all did your homework. All right. Let's do this then, you know? So that was cool. I like that. Like the RWBY team were prepared this time.
This episode finally, changes things up a bit now.
Yeah.
It's not dark and gloom.
But we don't know that all the way yet. This season finale might prove otherwise. Who knows?
Yeah, with you never know with Cinder or Salem. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like Cinder more than anything is going to be involved with the season finale. I have a feeling.
I have a hunch too.
Yeah,
because she's always bad news, bad to the bone.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, that was RWBY. I thought it was a good episode, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is by far the most plot advancing episode we've had thus far.
Yeah, I don't like people might take it like, oh, magic solves everything. I mean, it did, but there was a way how they did it. It was like, okay, that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
The thing that's confusing is like what is keep forgetting her name.
Penny.
Yeah, Penny. Like, is she human?
Yes, but here's the thing that I kind of want to address. If anybody else were in Penny's shoes, I'm pretty sure they'd be traumatized if they saw like an exact replica of themselves.
Yeah, getting blown up.
Getting like, spazzing out from like the virus.
But like, yeah, you're right. I think they're gonna play on that as well. Like after they leave the vault and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be a big role. So.
Yeah, she's human. Yeah. That's great.
Foreshadowing. And it's still the Winter Maiden. So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see in the season finale of RWBY Volume 8. With that, we move on to the next anime. So does that work? Go Black, episode 12.
Ooh. Okay, now we get to really put on the whole Code Black name into effect.
Yes.
The depressing comes in.
Yes, if it wasn't already depressing enough. I mean, we had our uplifting kind of episode last week, and the body was like, oh, that's nice.
And you know what's messed up the most is that, like, this is the episode that came out literally right after last week's, where, like, the red blood cell, he was tired of life, and he comes back, he bounces back up, and then this stuff happens to him.
Yeah. Hey, man, what can you do when the heart just stops working, bro? I mean, that's just the big old, like, it's over. It's kind of like a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
I mean, there's cases where, like, obviously in real life where people have survived heart attacks.
Multiple heart attacks,
So maybe we'll see if this body, because this body has survived everything, right? At
this
point, so we'll see how this body does with, a heart attack. But, like, from what all the cells were, like, even the big honchos themselves came onto the news, was like, yo, y'all did great, but
you guys don't have to work anymore. This is done. Body's done.
And I'm like, but that's the title of the show.
Cells at work, yeah.
We can't stop now.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's also kind of obvious, but like, not even like, you know, in the 2 seasons of the original Cells at Work has ever gotten this bad.
Yeah. So this is like,
whoa.
this is dumb.
Yeah, so we'll see. Everything looks doom and gloom. You know, there's not much.
Yeah, the power's shutting down. The body's going down.
And it's crazy because it's not because of any external germs or anything like that. It's literally because it's a blood clot. A full-on vessel just can't pump. Major vessel can't pump oxygen back to the heart, and so again, heart attack.
Wait, they never fixed the foot thing, huh?
No, they didn't.
No.
They couldn't because it's
so it's just
it's a part of their.
Well,
yeah.
it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
This guy got a heart attack.
The guy's dead.
That's the least of his problems.
The guy is clinically dead. So yeah, no power, nothing. So yeah.
So I wonder what he was running to towards the end. I guess till it got cut away, huh?
I mean, he was trying to get oxygen back to the heart. But we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
And then let's just predict. You think the body's done? Like, it is just the end.
I'm not sure. It depends it depends where they want to go with the direction. Maybe if in a morbid way they want to show how death affects the body. That would be kind of interesting to learn in a Cells at Work environment, especially with something that's called Code Black, because it's not like we're not getting educated already. We have the original series to go off of. The original series is gonna be fine. Yeah. But, you know, Code Black, anything happen.
I mean, it's just showing the true colors of if you don't take care of your body right.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much cells can do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all on the person themselves, and if they don't better themselves, then what else can you do?
Exactly.
So either he learns from the stroke or he's dead.
He has to survive the stroke first.
Yeah.
So we will see. Let's. I think they're just gonna die.
I think so too.
So
I mean, it is.
That would be the end of the season, and
yeah.
This would be just it's the end.
Yeah.
And it's a Code Black.
Yeah, man.
Where else could they go?
Do you think that would take the blood out of the body and end up going to another body?
Oh my god, like an Ozzy and Drake situation. I don't think so. Honestly, I would prefer, like, I know it sounds messed up, but especially with some of these characters are pretty beloved now. But like, I would prefer that the body dies because, like, what else can you really do from this point? You know, even the head brain cells or whatever, they were predicting like, this would have happened sooner or later.
Surprised we lasted this long.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see. We still got one more episode left, so once this ends, we'll be able to give our final rating and whatnot. So.
Yeah, but it's been a ride.
Yeah, definitely been a ride. All right, next anime we're going to be talking about is Supposed Kid from the Last Dungeon movies. Boonies moves to a starter town. Episode 10.
Episode 10.
Yeah, so it's a follow-up to the last episode where everybody says we're going to Kunlun.
Yes.
Lloyd's hometown. The Last Dungeon Boonies.
Yes, we finally get to see how his lifestyle was.
We finally got to see all this.
I really I know they've been kind of hinting at it, and they kind of showed us glimpses and pieces of kind of what other folks from Lloyd's hometown was like. But I'm so glad we got to see this all in full effect.
I know.
This is really entertaining to see.
I think it was the most enjoyable episode, I think, for me. Like, just like seeing how ridiculous how Lloyd's town, like all his town's friends were just living. Yeah. And like how mundane stuff is just so exciting to like the rest of the world.
Like, oh man, it's like, son, you left the window open. They casually just jump up and like close it and everything, and funny. They just fly off to their next destination. It's great.
Just giving each other messages is like insane.
See the old lady just toss she gets a letter. The letter comes out of nowhere, hits the target, and then she grabs the paper and starts reading, and then she gets a rock and then chucks it into the mountain.
No, I think
misses.
I think my favorite thing though is when a like fire breathing dragon that looked like it came straight from Dragon's Dogma just like casually comes into town, and then like kids with the paper airplane just like knock its horn down and stuff and start terrorizing
it was funny for the girls too.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
that was the whole thing with one of the girls.
Yeah, the whole paper airplane that they made it out of was out of Sellen's marriage registration, because she's still super obsessive over Lloyd, which is great.
Yeah,
and I think this, like, seeing this, you can definitely see why Lloyd is considered the weakest out of them. He's, in a sense, he's basically like the Raditz of Kunlun, because Raditz, up until the point of Dragon Ball Z, he's like a super strong like enemy that the heroes never faced before. But then he reveals like, oh man, I'm the weakest of them all, and that's what Lloyd is. Because to everybody else, Lloyd is super powerful, but like, I guess compared to everybody else, he is super weak. That's why he considers himself like, oh man, I'm super weak.
Yeah, he's still the lovable kid.
He's a baby, yeah.
Yeah, he just treats everyone nicely, and like he doesn't do super flashy moves like some of these town folks are doing. Like, my God, this one guy just shot himself out of a cannon and was fine.
Yeah, Lloyd's like, oh, we gotta do this, it's the normal things.
And then we got back to the what's his name, the guy. He came back again.
Oh, you're talking about the bug guy?
Yeah,
from
bug guy.
the first. He's talking about the bug guy that was with the king.
Yeah,
and
he's a farmer now.
Yes, a very well-fitted farmer.
Yeah, I want to imagine that he did get stronger. Like, I know, like they kind of like showed us gags and stuff of him like getting hit and destroyed by the girl that likes him. But I don't know. I feel like they're probably gonna show, because he casually cooks like krakens and like other big monsters and stuff.
Yeah, I think I believe in you on that one too. It's like his he's farming. That's a pretty hard task to do in itself, and especially in this town, in this village. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
You gotta feed all those hungry people.
I like how serious into farming he is, though. He's
hey,
if you want to go to the bathroom, go right ahead, go anywhere. Human fertilizer is perfect for.
It's welcome in my farm.
The wheat's gonna taste amazing. Just watch.
Just wait for a couple months. But yeah, man, it was just it was a cool time being in Lloyd's hometown. Just having a ball with everyone there.
Does it make you want to live there?
No.
With all the crazy shenanigans going on.
It's super crazy. I would like to visit, but like I wouldn't live there. And then obviously I guess story wise, what did they reveal?
They mostly revealed the fact that Vritra might be gaining his memories back, which is apparently like a really big deal.
Yeah.
So, plot-wise, that's... and then also the fact that they revealed that the bad guy that we got introduced to in the last episode is also, no surprise, is also the one that influenced our boy, the farmer.
And the king.
To be bug people. So...
Yeah, okay. That's what I was trying to remember.
That was the biggest highlight, and overall it wasn't a big plot development story wise, but like with all the gags and stuff that we've gotten from Lloyd's hometown, I think that more than made up for that.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the jokes were like super on point with this one.
First time I was questioning it, but then at the end I was like, I gave up on it. Where's Lloyd's parents, or does he have any parents? I
think they're probably gonna want to build up to that little factoid. Yeah, I think so.
I will say that's actually a good question. Man, the town is his family, bro.
Yeah.
You don't need parents.
Lloyd, I remember when you were a little baby. Stuff like that.
But yeah, that's cute. Funny show.
Yeah.
Funny episode. And with that, we move on to the next anime, Jobless Reincarnation. I would seriously try this time. Episode 9.
Yep.
Or as also known as
Mushoku Tensei.
And this one was interesting. I really liked this episode.
Yeah,
a lot.
It's really cool because for the very first time we get to see a full image of Rudius's actual main body.
Rudy and he's what's her name again?
Eris.
They both got teleported.
Yeah.
Pretty far.
Yeah, to the demon continent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but before that they meet up with the god.
Man God.
Man god. I was gonna say old god.
And I want to say that his design, so I remember you guys mentioned that it kind of reminded us of Standing on a Million Lives, the god from that one with the head cut off.
Yeah.
But I don't know why, but for some reason, like the very first thought that came into my head was that he kind of reminded me of like the god from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That's what I was thinking right now too. Like
that kind of
when you met, like when they opened the door and
yeah,
that thing is there.
Yeah. It's like some people call me God, some people call me the architect, and something like that.
Yeah. No, yeah. He doesn't have that vibe, but like, he has that look.
Yeah, but like his personality was just something else. So.
He was crazy. But yeah, we get
to see Rudy actually Rudy.
Oh yeah. Like I mentioned before, Rudy's actual body was there, and he was questioning at first. For the reason why is because he was thinking because Man God explains that whatever your mental image is, that's you. This is who you think of yourself as. You don't actually look like this. Don't worry about it.
And I really like that whole bit because like it is like the first time we get to see, because from the whole show he has this same mindset.
Yes.
Like, he's obviously Rudy now.
Yeah.
And it's just like
with the flashbacks too, we only saw his body but not his actual face.
And how he died.
Yeah.
Obviously. But that was reassuring to know, like, okay, the show knows about all this as well. It's just not like a little side thing.
And it's interesting because you get a side of his personality that you don't really get to see much of, and you can definitely tell like when he had his old body during that dream phase. He was he was kind of somewhat reverting back to his old personality, where he was very defensive. He was blaming his problems on other people.
Yeah, he felt like he was getting attacked.
Yeah.
He was on the defense and just being like aggressive to the god.
Yeah.
So that was like I said, I really like that. I really like that whole character, seeing that character side of Rudy, the inner himself. So
yeah.
I felt like we had to really talk about that. And but like now that's all said, like the demon world that we get,
the demon continent,
we get introduced is interesting nonetheless. It's nothing there from what we saw.
It's very barren. There's nothing there, and we also get introduced to our new character, Rigi Vardo, but just to kind of shorten it, we just want to call him Richard. I want to call him Richard.
Just Rigi.
Rigi, yeah.
Rigi sounds better.
But yeah, so that whole, and I kind of like that they throw back. They do a lot of like intertwining, like everything kind of like builds up to one another. And in this case, it's the fact that this species that Rudy was wary of ever since he first met up with Sylphie pops back up, because this guy is indeed that person that is part of that race.
Yeah.
And before that, even like Man God even explains, it's like, hey, you have to
be careful.
Yes, and at the same time, he says that take care of that first man that you see when you go back to your body, and it just so happens he was him.
Yeah.
Because he saved him, and it's just such a nice little dynamic that goes on that shows us that Rudy, at least in contrast to the world that he lives in, is indeed above everybody. You know, he's above the politics that has basically gone on throughout this whole world, because he's been like basically the first person to ever stand up and not be automatically afraid to this, you know, the species that that humanity's basically said to just watch out for.
Yeah, and I really like that too, because, you know, we seen Rudy like mature, like even for his age and stuff.
Yeah.
So like he doesn't go by like what society thinks of, like obviously with a new character.
To me, hopefully we see it even more, because I want to see it more. We hardly saw it as much just from a little bit of scenes, but I feel like they're in this whole adventure, I guess, after this episode. hopefully we see the growth of him even become bigger. You got me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that's really leading up to that, and I really, like I said, like I really like seeing both sides of Rudy, and like with the Isekai version of himself, and then the real him.
Yeah, you don't ever see that with any other anime. I mean, no. we've mentioned this before, but like this kind of acknowledgement of his original world is not something you see in a lot of isekai.
No, it's not, and I wish that most isekais do that. I really do. Like, it made me give a damn about like the character's past life, like I do with Rudy, and like with other ones, it's just like, oh yeah, he's here now. Welcome to the new world. Like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But yeah,
like this person has still like attachments to it.
Exactly, which is super cool. But yeah, man, our new character, I think he's cool. I think he's really noble for what he does.
Yeah, Ruji's cool. He's a cool dude. He's nice to kids too.
He's a gentle giant.
Yeah. He's a gentle giant. He even says that like, oh, I'm the big brother. I'm the big brother, guys.
That was funny.
Yeah, I like his what he brings to the table, honestly.
Yeah, and then of course the another big highlight was the fact that we get to see Roxy's home village.
Yes, parents.
Her parents, and everything, and her race in general.
Yeah,
because she's not human.
No, which. What?
It's kind of, I kind of saw that because I was like, wait, they don't look old enough. So I think that's their age in general just stops there, you know?
Yeah, it was something that we were questioning because of the fact that what was it? It was like Roxy still looked like she was in her young teens.
Yeah.
And even after Rudy's, age 10, she still looks the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that we were kind of questioning for a little bit there.
But now we kind of know in a way.
Yep. She's 44.
Yeah. Old. not old, actually. Still young in her race.
Still young according to her race, which, man, I don't know why, but for some reason her and her race really gives me like Megumin vibes from Konosuba, especially with Megumin's village, because they're all like demons in a sense, quote unquote, but they're all very different.
Yeah.
In this case, they just don't age.
Yeah. I like in both contrasts, like they're both very nonchalant and like they do whatever they want. Honestly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was very cool to see Roxy's parents.
Yeah.
And like obviously. Yeah, there was a lot of unpacked in this episode. Now that I think about it.
A lot of information. I mean, I guess you can call it an info dump, but it was all very necessary. It was all very much lore building and everything.
Yeah, especially if you're introduced into a whole new area in this isekai. Would you call it an isekai within isekai?
It's more like they're still in the same world. They're just in a different continent entirely.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Ghislaine is MIA throughout the whole episode.
Yeah, she probably got teleported in a different area since they were a little bit far.
They were far apart, yeah. So
in a different continent.
I mean, she'll be fine.
No, well, when the light hit, she was farther than them.
She was, yeah.
Because
I'm just saying, like, see, like maybe she because she was fighting the guy before.
Yeah.
And then you saw our boy just hugging the girl, so that's why I think they teleported.
Oh, with Eris, yeah.
With Eris, since he was hugging her.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, we'll see on their beautiful adventure where they lead them.
Yeah.
Where they're leading this demon continent.
Yeah, and with 2 more episodes to go, who knows where this will go?
Yep. So we will see.
Yep.
I think we're just gonna be. We're gonna be staying there.
Oh yeah. Well, I think so too. We'll see. All right, next show that we're gonna be talking about is Horimiya, episode 10.
Damn. This episode was pretty tough, man.
This one, it's interesting.
The first part was funny though.
Oh,
it is.
Yeah.
Well, the first part like really reminded me of like a cold open to like a comedy show where it's like hey Miyamura, if you cheat on me, it better be with the girl. I don't know why. I just don't want you to cheat. I don't want you to cheat with me with any guy.
It's gonna make me feel bad.
Yeah, and it's funny too because like she had the same thought process as like we the audience thought with like the last episode with the bully.
Yeah, we were like they're acting really too close. Like
especially with the locker scene and everything. That was kind of
very
weird.
yaoi.
Yeah, very much so. So Hori kind of thought the same thing, but. that wasn't the main focus of this episode.
No,
this one,
completely not.
This episode felt more like a follow-up to the previous episode, not to this one, but to the love triangle that existed between Kono, Toru, and Yuki.
Yes.
And this one definitely pulled on our heartstrings a lot.
Yes, man. I think some onions were cut in the room because I was feeling at the end, and but I think it was handled really well in the lesson.
Oh, definitely.
It showed with Yuki, and obviously her holding back her feelings and not telling her what she needs to say.
It was tough for the two girls, man.
Yeah, no, yeah. You got to see both sides of getting accepted, like saying your feelings, and then saying your feelings, but not going your way, even though the end result of it. And just that's the sad route. And
I think the student council president definitely said it the best, and that this isn't anybody's fault.
Yeah.
This is just a circumstance that just happens, in life, where it's like you have somebody that really admires you, really adores you, wants to confess her love, but Kono and Sakura even admitted that she knew that she wasn't gonna be accepted. She was gonna be rejected.
Yeah.
And it was just a sad reality that she had to face. But man, that breakdown scene, oh my god, that got to me.
Yeah, it's tough. It reminded me back when I was in high school, and all those moments when the person you liked is don't have the same feelings for you, and you confess, and all that giddy stuff, man. It just reminisce of old times like that.
And even in Yuki's position, even though Yuki, I guess in a sense, had a higher ground than Sakura did, it was still left kind of ambiguous as to whether or not she was whether their relationship evolved or not.
Yeah, that's what I got too. I was like, wait, so I know he's trying to keep the promise continuing, but do you like her in a way?
Yeah, I like that. I like that this wasn't handled like cut, dry, black and white. Yeah. Okay, I am going to confess for you. Yeah. Instead, he handled it in an approach being like, I can still continue this whole boyfriend act if you want me to, since that was kind of the purpose. You rejected him because of the fact you had me. Yeah. So let's keep doing that.
And it still keeps to each of them how they are as characters.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So it's I thought that was very
other than the tear up.
Yeah. No.
That didn't keep her strong.
Well, I think it is strong because she finally got to say that how she felt for him, and she finally got to say instead of saying what if.
She kept it inside until the president actually told him.
Yeah.
I mean, she finally released it once.
I think for being a woman, it's pretty hard to release your feelings like that. Oh, so yeah. She was being tough. She was being strong in that scene.
No, I know.
Yeah, so I don't think she was weak at all. It's just that's how love is, man.
It's
I wasn't saying she was weak. I was just saying she was just holding it back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In a way. And that's when the guy noticed, the president.
Yeah, he had a good eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They didn't make him student council president for nothing.
But yeah, man. This
a good episode.
No, it was. It's gonna
a really good episode.
I know it for a fact. It's gonna haunt me within the week. Just reminiscing this episode, man. It's just one of those episodes that I'm gonna reflect on, and I'm just like, damn, man, I really saw that.
I know.
So yeah, I'm not ready for the next episode. I don't know what other lesson I'm gonna be taught, but if it's good as this, man, I'm gonna have to bring some tissues or something.
But yeah, speaking of which, the next anime. Oh boy.
Oh man, yes, the next anime, Wonder Egg Priority, episode 9. This is now that I'm thinking about it, it's been a tough week. Some of these episodes were pretty dark.
Yeah.
This one was dark and confusing for me.
Oh.
At points.
Okay.
I think in a sense it was somewhat straightforward. I think the only thing that kind of confused me was the fact that they kept saying that Kotobuki, the friend of Nehru, was supposedly a scientist, but I don't know. Like, it was kind of hard to kind of imagine because she looked like she was the same age as Nehru, high school age.
Unless she's like one of the, because they mentioned
they said prodigy.
Yeah, they're like she was part of a smart race.
So
like,
I wonder what is this world, I guess, or what is this whole plan?
It seemed like Kotobuki was actually onto something because she mentioned that this was like the parallel world and she was been wanting to quote unquote visit it, and by doing so, obviously it had to involve death.
So wait, so it's like the government looking over them?
I think
that's where I'm lost. I'm like,
no, because the lady, the secretary or whatever that was working under Nehru, is from her company, so I assume that this is most definitely involving her company.
Yeah.
Definitely tampering it, and then the fact that the two like mannequins that's been kind of leading the whole operation have been manufacturing these eggs in the first place.
Yeah, I think that was the most interesting question. So like that brought up to me. I was like, what are these two mannequins up to? Because to this point, we're rescuing these eggs, these victims that passed away,
that have these past traumas and everything.
But like, why though? What is the point in all this? And
I don't know, but for whatever reason, I'm getting some pretty heavy like Madoka Magica vibes. It doesn't help the fact that, like, I've mentioned this before, but like Wonder Egg Priority is feels much like a Magical Girl show if there weren't like Magical Girl like
themes,
transformations or anything. Like the themes are there, but they're not told as like a cutesy like Sailor Moon kind of thing. The only main difference they have is the fact that they have weapons that they manifest rather than doing a full outfit change or whatever.
To me, I think is more like a test.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a test from I guess their god or that fly god, whatever that is. He's just testing the girls to see how humanity works in general.
Yeah, and I'm anticipating on what the whole bringing their dearest friend back to life thing is gonna work, if it's even possible. Yeah.
What if it's all just a lie?
Yeah, because who knows how these parallel worlds even work? Is it even going to function that same way?
Are they all dreams?
Are they all dreams? Yeah, we don't know.
No, yeah, and that's what this episode kind of brought up, like these questions, like I really haven't thought about. Like, there's been in the back of my mind, but like now, like it was really in the forefront of this episode.
Yeah.
Like oh damn, like you're right. What's happening? And it's crazy. And then obviously with Neru's friend, like just going through death over and over again.
Oh, that really like pulled at me too when I was right there just with Nehru, pushing the off switch to the life support.
I think that was a powerful moment. Like, obviously, that's nothing you want to be there for.
No.
But like,
you don't want to see that person suffer so many times.
Yeah, so
like to a point where she's like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm good with dying."
It was surprising that Rika, of all people, was actually like super vocal about it, because she, when she was first introduced, she was like, everybody's kind of like her. She's using them to kind of like up her own fame and everything. She doesn't care about anybody. But like with this one, she was like the most vocal. She's like, why would you even consider doing that? It's like
I get where she's coming from. But like, obviously they're all friends. Well, and stuff.
She's finally changing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's definitely. Yeah,
she's changed the most.
This time you don't hear talk about ugly.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that she has not talked about that in a very hot minute.
Yeah, so she's the most changed, so I could see why she outspoke like that. But but yeah, just with and Nehru pulling the plug, basically, it was just that's nothing I want to see or experience. So that's tough for these girls, honestly. So I'm just like, what's the next episode, honestly?
Yeah, it's
yeah, tough.
Good episode.
Yes, very much so. It's been really good. And on to the next anime.
On to the next anime. We're going to be talking about Promised Neverland Season 2, Episode 9.
Yes.
Oh, and I guess before we continue, we should probably mention that Escape the Infinity has no new episode.
I was going to mention that earlier.
Yeah, it's another 9.5 out of 10.
It's another filler.
It's a filler episode that recaps on everything. Same thing we had with One Direct Priority of all the shows.
And Promise Neverland.
Yeah, so
it's a bit of a theme in this season. Some shows had a little bit of recap within.
Yeah, so we'll get a new episode next week, but for now we move on to this one, Promise Neverland.
Yes.
It's happy time all around.
Yeah, after the last disaster, last episode with demons dying and Norman being bad guy.
Everything got wrapped up really quick.
Yeah, it was so wrapped up that I kind of like lost.
Norman, it's weird because Norman like went full on Eren Yeager on everybody.
Yes.
Especially with the theme, and because even like in the past, it's especially true with the past couple episodes, and you can kind of get behind on what he's trying to do because he was like, I don't have much time left. I'm going to do what I can to free humanity and kill all demons. But then in just a span of an episode, it's like, okay, I guess I didn't want to do that at all.
I guess not. Thanks, Emma.
Yeah,
like Emma was solving everything.
Yeah, Emma was just solving.
Seconds.
Yeah, within like a minute, and I was like, wow, well that was quick.
And it turns out that the grandpa that Norman didn't axe off was actually had the key to not only go to the human world but also cure of.
No, hold up, before that, I was amazed with the Norman's teammates. They were like, oh, okay, we'll stop.
Yeah, their lifelong vengeance and wanting to kill all demons.
That we build up like 2 or 3 episodes of them bloodthirsty for demons. They're like, oh, you're
that girl was eating a demon leg.
Yeah, and when there's a kid there, she's like, oh, never mind, I'm good. Like, that's not how it works.
What about the other dude? What about Chester McBadbat's dad?
Yeah, and disappointing as well. Didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So,
I honestly thought that they were going to go on their own like killing spree like in the town because they were even in the pillars in the town.
At first, I thought they were gonna go against him.
Yeah, I thought so too. Go against
like
Norman.
rebel?
Like that's not the Norman we knew.
This is not the Norman we saw.
One did, but like they were like, nah, dude, just chill. Like we're with Norman. Norman's cool. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess.
If that's what Norman wants, then we can't force him.
All right.
But continue with the whole.
The whole.
Oh yeah, the grandpa. Okay, so the grandpa they were like, okay, we're not gonna kill him, but turns out that because we didn't kill him, grandpa was able to show us that 15 years ago the human was able to find like the secret to exiting the demon world.
The headquarters.
Yeah, also. Exiting the demon world as well as also curing the diseases that
way
that there's guinea pigs and test subjects were going through. So Norman could actually live.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great.
What a coincidence.
I know, what a small world we live in actually.
Yeah, that little part saved the world.
Oh, but here's the thing though. The grandpa had to eat the human.
No.
But it's okay though because if he was gonna die and then
he was about to die. He was gonna put out his misery. So he has some gourmet human food for that.
Yeah.
Good job.
But it's okay, because everybody accepted that.
Yeah, because he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
I hated this.
Yeah, so this was your most anticipated show of
I know, and
of the year.
I will talk more about it when we do our wrap up. of it.
We still have three episodes left.
Yeah, maybe we might bring it around, right?
Yeah. I mean, Mom is coming back. Oh, sorry, Grandma.
Yeah, now she's a grandma. Wow, what happened to the search, Grandma? We just completely forgot about that.
Yeah, Mom became Grandma, I guess.
Yeah, and also, it turns out one of Norman's cohorts is actually a spy, a traitor.
No way.
It's, of course, the one that had the scar on his head.
Big old X on his head, right?
Yeah, I think that might be the reason why he's rebelling, because, you know.
He's in control,
yeah,
maybe.
Probably like chipped in or something.
Yeah, I wonder how they...
Well,
I wonder how.
Controlled.
Oh, man, this episode was something else, man.
I mean, at least it resolved everything.
Yes.
Oh, and I love how... one of the things I love was the fact that...
Regenerating hand?
Well, yeah, regenerating hand in a matter of seconds. And that stopped everything. But also, the fact that Sanju even said, all right, so everybody vacate the area. We got to make sure so that way nobody could tell that humans were the one that started this.
Oh, yeah, totally. That's like the first thing that was going to come to the demon's mind. Like,
Because this whole thing was supposed to be like, okay, we're going to be sending a message. It's basically, again, Attack on Titan thing. We're going to send a message to everybody that us humans mean business, that we've started a war.
But Norman changed his mind. He doesn't want to do that, so they got to do a cover-up for that.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. The upper levels, they would have done this anyway.
But yeah, that was an episode.
God,
see what happens later on.
It's terrible. And with that, we move on to the next anime. High-Rise Invasion, episode 3.
It's really cool that we get to find out more backstory on what this whole reasoning behind this even is.
Yeah.
It's to find God.
The way you said that. No, yeah, it's to become God in this.
To become God.
Skyscraper world.
Yeah.
And we get to meet Oni-chan. Big brother.
Rika.
Yes. Why does that name sound familiar though?
Because it's the name that Yuri has been saying throughout the whole series. But and it's crazy too because the show was trying to hint at the masked sniper. Yeah. That he was the brother all along, but it turns out no, the real brother was actually here. He's just been doing his own thing and kind of being the protag in his own sense.
In his own show, right?
Yeah, basically. I mean, he kind of looks the part too. Like, it's just to a T.
Yeah, he does look like the MC, but, you know, the show was like, no, you're not the MC.
But hey, to be fair, this episode, it's all you. You got this.
Yeah. I liked what he brought to the table, though. Like his weapon of choice, you know, his big hammer.
Technically, wasn't his weapon, though. That was, unfortunately, his friend that got... couldn't see what was ahead of him.
His right side was gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. That was a cool little, I guess, fight. You could say.
It was a fight. It was a straight up fight. Yeah. Against the baseball mask man.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. That was cool. The whole thing. And, like, I guess the introduction of our next character, the Angel, they called her?
Yes. And the fact that angels apparently can't be hunted by the masked people. Yes. Because I think they showed her in trailers and previews and stuff before, so that was really cool to see. And then on top of that, the fact that we got, even though Yuri and Nisei weren't around in this episode as much, we got to see their relationship a little bit, and the fact that Yuri's test of faith, whether or not she has to listen to Oni-chan and stuff to off Nisei. Don't trust anybody.
Offer new ally.
But she didn't do that, and it was a test.
Yes. Good job, Yuri.
Good job.
And this was pretty short and simple, I think.
Yeah, it was a very short and simple episode, and if anything, it gave us more insight as to kind of like what the world of High-Rise Invasion is about. Yeah. And it's kind of, and I just put it together, but the fact that it's a high-rise, it's skyscrapers, and they're trying to seek out God and their angels, so it has that whole sky theme
like
going on.
Like we're up in heaven.
Yeah, we're up in heaven, yeah. Thing going on.
Good.
So.
I didn't catch that. Thanks.
I know. I also just like put that together just now too. So
that's cool. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the anime. Honestly.
Pretty much. And with that, we move on to the next anime. Dragon Quest Dai's Adventure, episode 23.
23. It's big journey.
It is very much so. This is the very first time in the whole series so far where Dai has actually questioning his actual origin.
Yes, that was very cool to see.
Yes, it is.
But like obviously, like we see his extravagance power consume him, the dragon power.
Yeah, I mean it was really cool to see, but this was the first time where like people were actually afraid of that power.
Yeah, because most of the time it's just been him and his group seeing it, or like the monsters. Mm-hmm. But like this time it was like those actual people see it.
And that's crazy too, because usually you get that in the beginning of a show,
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
You never get it like already episodes long,
all equipped and everything. Yeah.
This one was really interesting, this episode in general.
Yeah,
so I love the fact that they all had their new getup and stuff, and they use their new outfits to like I guess better fight in general.
Pop being able to fly and being able to take down like 5 dragons at once. I mean,
he tried.
That definitely showed growth, if anything. I mean, he tried, but he succeeded. I mean, he didn't stick the landing, but he did some work.
Yeah, man, I was really impressed with Pop, man. I was like, dude, you look kind of badass right now. And then Pop reminded me that he's Pop, and I was like, oh, god damn it, Pop.
Yeah, he's gonna have his moments. But overall, the main focus of this episode,
Princess too.
Leona,
Leona, she came in.
Her ring, it definitely proves that like, okay, Leona is basically the replacement of Mom, I guess, in this role.
Yeah. Well, she helped a lot in a way because she's the one that bought everything for them.
Oh yeah. Being a princess kind of has its benefits. I mean, I think just being a rich character in general always has its benefits.
That was cool though.
But big info dump though. It turns out that Dai is actually a Dragon Knight, a member of the Dragon Knight clan.
Yes, and is that good or is that bad?
Don't know.
We don't know.
A morally gray area because Dragon Knights can either be humanity's savior or humanity's destruction.
Yes, and that's what Dai has to seek on his own, unfortunately, to find that answer, if he's the good one or the bad one.
I know that kind of it was upsetting to see Dai like that.
Yeah, but I guess in a twist of fate, it turns out that one of the big dark lords, Baran, is also a member of the Dragon Knight clan.
What? It's crazy too, because the little sphere thing he said there can't be 2.
In each age she mentions that it's supposed to be one Dragon Knight per age or per era.
Yeah. So it's very unheard of, impossible actually to have 2.
Yeah, I have my own theories as to kind of like what Baran is to Dai. You guys want to hear it, or you guys want me to say that?
Shoot it to our audience, man.
Alright, so no spoilers or anything. Did not look into this later or anything like at all, but I think Baran is Dai's dad.
Yeah,
I think that.
Or relative.
Theory. Or relative, I guess, but I think it would be more impactful if it's like, oh, I'm your father.
Yeah, I believe in your thesis too. Like that makes a lot of sense because they kind of look alike, with, obviously with the hair and like just how they look. So that'd be cool to see if that is true. But,
get that revealed, yeah.
But if not, then we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if that is to become true or not, and if they're gonna fight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, he wants him to join his army.
Yeah, so far, hey, that's half. That's half of the Darth Vader thing.
Join the dark side.
Basically, yeah. I didn't think about that. And I think with that we move on to the next anime and Jujutsu Kaisen, episode 22, or I always forget, but I'm gonna bring
Sorcery Fight, the English title, the one that is the superior title, obviously.
Well, what an episode, man!
Yes, we're done with our whole tournament
arc in a way.
It's a setup episode. Not a lot of crazy shenanigans going on, but it's mostly a mystery kind of episode in regards to a particular murder chain going on with curses and everything that Fushiguro and the gang need to find out.
Yeah, and I thought it was very cool. Like they kept the whole horror vibe throughout the whole episode.
Well, towards the beginning it was the comedic moments, and then it stopped, and then it went straight to.
Oh yeah, with
too
Nobana
serious.
And everything. This anime, we might have mentioned this before, but this anime has a very nice blend of comedy and action that it's
and feels.
Yeah, and feels as well, but it's all blended together, right? Like rather nicely. It doesn't, not one overtakes the other, and I feel like it's done really well. And this episode is a very big highlight to that because it has all three all wrapped up in nice one package.
Yeah, and I just like this episode. Like I said, like it had the very horror vibe and like the kind of like the mystery of like what's happening around this town.
Right.
Of like how's the gang gonna stop this curse that's controlling basically the town at this point.
Yeah.
So like that was cool to see, and just
and also they introduce again the sister.
Oh yes, Megumi's sister,
Yeah.
and like how she's bedridden, and she's also involved in this curse.
Yes.
And we see Megumi in a different light.
Yeah, I kind of felt sad for him, man.
Yeah, because he's always the serious one. Like,
yeah, he has
confident.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that like he has a lot of personal demons, and he's definitely not the type to want to drag. No, not just that, but just want to like drag other people into his own issues and stuff. Like he wants to be the one to resolve it on his own.
Yeah,
but I found that adorable with his friend, the other two.
Oh yeah, like they don't want him to just do things on his own. Like it's already bad enough that three of them are taking this super dangerous task again. So the fact that it's only like one of them, like come on, we're cutting our forces down to like just one person.
We're not about friends, that. Man.
Yeah,
we're friends.
We're squad.
We're not about that life. So
yeah, I thought that was a very cool moment of like the group sticks together no matter what.
Yeah, and especially when they take that step, that was
that was cool. I really enjoyed that.
I do not like the demon thingies. They look ugly. The curses, my bad.
They do a good job there.
Yeah, the curses, they look super disturbing.
And the noises too they would make
is also really disturbing. They're designed quite well.
Yeah.
We also saw the Mr. Stitches guy.
Mahito
and the other guy.
New creation.
The new creations.
I feel like Mahito, he's definitely not gonna be going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh no.
He's gonna be. Mahito in a way reminds me a lot like Orochimaru.
Yes, that's what I got too.
Yeah.
I got that vibe too.
Because Orochimaru is also another sick, twisted, son of a gun that's just not. He's not exactly. He always likes to just experiment on people, just kind of like messing with them and
just for fun.
Putting curse marks on them.
Oh, he enjoys it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
but here he's more disturbing.
Yeah, he is.
Jeez.
Very,
he got the guy almost naked.
No, he was naked.
Yeah. He feed him the damn curse. I was like, oh god.
Yeah. And, they do a good job of making you feel very uncomfortable. Well, yeah, just like the whole designs of these.
I like this
demons.
the whole town at this point. We realized that he came back to his, I guess, what's his name again?
Megumi?
Megumi's home, or not hometown, but like school area.
Is it not in the hometown?
Oh, it is. My bad.
No, it is his hometown.
Yeah. I was not sure
where he grew up. When
I mean, I guess you could technically go to a middle school that's not in your hometown, but no, I get you though.
True, yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of cool to see that he knows these people and stuff. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, he was always not this cold, stern character that he was.
Yeah, because he knew a couple people. So.
No, they knew him. He didn't want to know anyone.
He wanted to stay quiet.
He was like, oh man, we're really doing this? I don't want to be part of this at all.
Yeah, he's still trying to play cool.
Yeah. But overall, this is a good setup. This is a good setup episode.
Yeah. Oh, very much so.
Nothing crazy going on, but the thing I'm kind of curious about is that we only have like 2 more episodes before the season's over. For this, for the season finale. I'm curious to see like what they're gonna be doing with this arc. Because this is the beginning of an arc, essentially.
I think saving the sister.
Oh, you think they're just going to wrap it up in a couple episodes?
I think so, too. I think it'll wrap up in these next 2. And then, like, we'll see when
move on to
whenever Jujutsu Kaisen comes back.
Yeah,
hopefully the tournament went fast.
No, it didn't. It went by, like, pretty standard.
Think so?
Yeah, like 6 episodes, 7 episodes. It was pretty...
Well, the tournament-wise kind of thing. In 2 episodes, the tournament ended because then they had that whole battle.
Oh, you mean the tournament itself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant like the setup to it all and stuff like that. Because the training and everything was a long. It was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time. But I meant that part.
Oh, okay. Yeah. we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So far, so good. So we'll see.
We will see. Hopefully, surprises us all.
Yeah. And the next anime we're going to be talking about here is Attack on Titan, final season, episode 13.
Yes!
Yeah.
Damn.
This episode was great! As many fans could say, Gabby deserved that.
No, Omar wanted worse.
Oh, I definitely did. I most definitely did. But, obviously the good people in Attack on Titan, they just, they had the bigger heart than Gabby did. Because she is evil.
Yeah, this gave us a lot more of a closure to Sasha postmortem as to kind of like what she accomplished and everything, and it felt so cathartic in a sense because it's like Gabby of all people were like, oh Marley, oh you're a Marlene, Niccolo, you're one of us.
Yeah, you're a soldier.
I can tell you everything of what happened, but she wasn't expecting that at all.
Hell no.
This was super satisfying to see.
Yes, it was.
And
unfortunately, Falco had to take the blow again. I'm getting a trend here, but he always takes the blow.
He likes her.
I know he does. And I get it. I understand. I just don't want to get it. I want justice.
Don't you feel bad for Falco though?
I always do. But at this point, I want Gabby dead.
Even if it means Falco?
At all costs.
General Ironwood here.
That was me when Eren and Mikasa, Mikasa always has to save Eren.
On the beginning of the show?
Yeah, doing this dumb stuff.
Oh, yeah, I guess in a sense, because it does really make sense, because in this era, I guess, Gabby definitely fills the role of Eren quite well.
Yeah.
And then, in a sense, Falco is Mikasa.
Just not as badass.
Yeah. I mean, they're little kids. I mean, the thing is that, like, yeah, they're trained as soldiers, but that was kind of the case with Eren and Mikasa and Armin as well. They were... all of the traumatic events happened when they were around the same age as Gabby, and then they spent 5 years in this, training in the military and everything and all that stuff. So it's kind of an interesting kind of like nurture nature situation. And then of course this whole thing with the original trio culminates into what happens with the Jaegerists.
Yeah,
and Eren.
Oh man, how Eren comes into the scene scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like this man, like
hand already cut, ready to,
like
transform.
He is not bluffing. He is not playing. If he doesn't like what he hears, he's gonna turn.
Me and Omar, when we saw him walk into the room, we were like, whoa.
yo, hold your guns, Eren. Yo, these are your friends here, man.
I feel like I had to raise my hands.
I did, bro. I was like, whoa, bro. Like, chill, man. We're homies here, man. Day one, man. Day one. But like, we're starting to see. I guess how I see it is pretty much like the people are turning onto the military. At this point. Yeah, like, because I remember before I didn't get it, but like I understand it, but I didn't get it. But now,
which one?
With the Jaegerists,
yeah.
And like how they were acting, I was like, okay, isn't this what we want? We want the same goal, right? But like how they're acting, what they're taking to, it's just like, okay, no, I get it now. This is way too far. Mm-hmm. This is like we're doing this all wrong.
Yeah, the Jaegerists are, they're basically going all full on gung ho like the Marleyans are.
Because they saw the fact that Eren takes the lead at this point. He's not afraid to attack.
And it's pretty scary, man.
He's radical.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. I was like, oh damn. But yeah, man, this episode was tense.
Yeah.
None to say the least, man.
I kind of wish we got that conversation in on this episode too, but there's only so much we can fit on an episode.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get that conversation next episode. I know for a fact.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing, even above all that, is the fact that with that little stunt that Gabby pulled, now Falco may have ingested Zeke's spinal fluids,
which is crazy to think about. How the hell did that happen? with I know he's been planning it, but like it's just the thought of it and like how he's done it before.
Yeah.
With other countries, it's like, oh, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zeke is messed up.
We do not know the plans.
Yeah, man. And I like I think it was in the beginning episode, they show how he does it. Like he does toxic gas to normal little towns and transforms it into the little tiny.
That example that they showed was Connie's hometown.
Yeah, which was like insane. I was like, oh,
that's shit. Where his mom ended up being on top of the building, right?
Yeah, that's how she ended up becoming an incomplete Titan. Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, man, this is wrong.
Oh yeah, very much so.
So I don't know what side I'm on.
It's okay.
Who's the enemy?
That's normal to think.
In a war, right? In a war.
Who's doing the right thing?
Yeah, because unlike the first 3 seasons, this whole thing is not very black and white.
No, it's not. And I'm just like, oh man.
We were in like pages of the book. Now we're in the whole book. Now we've been already like in 18 pages and 19.
The world has been fully expanded. It's not just that little aisle. It's not just that little circle anymore.
We thought it was just that area and that was it. That was humanity itself. But there's more.
There's legit countries, flying machines, all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
We'll see where it goes.
I'm not looking forward to the next episode. I don't know what will happen.
And last anime.
Dr. Stone Wars, episode 9. It gets the conclusion of our war.
The Stone Wars end. All right, so I guess we should probably mention, but like, what how did you think this one compared to like Promised Neverland? Because this one also is kind of similar to like how the whole conflict ending thing happened.
Well, I like this one because with Dr. Stone, they kept with the goal. Like, we're gonna go into the cave. We're gonna stick to our guns. We're not gonna flip flop and do other things and talk about other stories here and there. Like, this was our goal. Yes. This is our whole season gonna be about.
Yes.
And the way they wrapped it up too, like the whole war, I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty brilliant.
Yeah, and I think to me, I feel like it also fits better too, given Tsukasa's attitude and stuff, because he's not a bad guy. Like he's not trying to take over the world or anything like that. He right off the bat, even when he was first introduced, he was introduced as a good guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Because we're all on the same team. We're trying to survive.
Yeah.
But, like, he had a different motives than Senku, and that's obviously why they drifted apart by him killing him.
Yeah, they had differing goals and ideologies and stuff. And, Senku was able to reach out to him like that.
Yeah. And I really like that about Tsukasa, and how like he was able to reason with it, and he was like, okay, we're both pretty smart guys, so let's talk it out.
Right.
So that was cool to see. Like, he's not just like kind of villain.
Yeah, like, I think the only one that's kind of on the iffy train is definitely Hyuga.
Oh, he's bloodthirsty.
That smile that he did with his messed up mouth and everything, it's like, oh boy.
Yeah. With like,
watch out with that guy.
When he saw Senku's dynamite invention.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I like the paper airplane bombs.
The nitroglyceride airplane bombs. Yeah, that was pretty sick.
That was pretty smart of them to do. So, but they decided to make a truce, and what was part of the promise, man?
It's to bring back Tsukasa's sister.
Yes.
We see a flashback, pretty much, of the reason why he became really strong.
Yeah, and it's for his sister, and because she's been a vegetable pretty much her whole life.
Yeah.
Because ever since he was a little boy, Tsukasa has been trying to be there for her sister, make ends meet by participating in fights and everything, being stronger, all of that stuff. And even when he grew up into a high school student, she's been there. Hasn't changed at all. Unchanged. Still looks like she was 5 years old.
Yeah, which is, I don't know if that was a mistake or like maybe we don't see because we don't see the full body, but like I'm just like,
maybe she has a tiny face.
Maybe, I don't know. I hopefully, because at the end they do find her.
Being in a coma doesn't really doesn't really stop time.
Yeah, right?
Probably it's just the face itself.
Mate,
oh dear.
I'm hoping so. It's like a Promised Neverland little face.
Yeah, and even when they find her statue, it's like she's still tiny.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Yeah, from the face. We didn't see the body.
And I guess the second thing, this is a little bit minor, and it's not just with Dr. Stone, it kind of goes with like any other anime that has like the bad guy joining the team. I don't know why, but for some reason, like seeing Tsukasa use a shovel to dig up dirt is just, it kind of bothers me because this man is like a superhuman.
Yeah,
he could be able to punch a tiger and kill it in one blow.
And especially when they were fighting against him, that man was chucking his spear across mountains.
Yeah.
And like landing it and like taking on armies by himself. And
he's just casually just shoveling dirt. I'm like, the dude could just literally punch the ground and explosions would happen. But what happened?
I think they said it well too, because like they were blowing up stuff to find like the hospital or whatever, and they're like, let's not like blow up everything, because what if we blow up the statues?
True. That is true, I guess. Yeah.
You know, it's cool to see Tsukasa with a shirt, man.
Yeah, his shirt's so well done. I just wanted to comment on that. Like everybody else, you know, you could tell that they live in like this new Stone Age, like caveman era. But like now that Tsukasa is like with Senku,
you guys are just pointing out little stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that It's just something that stuck out to me. I like his shirt.
That was cute. I thought it was a little cute little touch. But yeah, that basically ends the Stoneward. But I want to see where it goes from here. What's the next?
Well, thankfully, we still got a couple more episodes to go, baby. So we'll see where it goes next time.
We'll see.
Because for now, we're done with all our anime. Now we move on to a little bit of news.
Yes.
First off, anime news, Ancient Magus Bride, not second season, but OAD.
Yes,
it's been announced.
Yes, OAD, which I still don't know what it means, but I'm just going to take it as an OVA.
Yeah, basically.
Which I think, because I know how this show started. You remember the 4 OVAs they first released first?
Yes, I remember that.
I feel like they're doing the same route with this one as well.
Okay, yeah.
With this new story that they're introducing. I forget what the story is, but like it's involving like 3 volumes of the boy.
Okay.
So, and because the show ended pretty well. So I was shocked to be like, oh, okay, they're making more animes, and at first I thought it was gonna be a spinoff. But
because didn't it say like she was gonna do college or something?
Yeah, it was like before college or something like that.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But it didn't say second season. But I'm very interested because the first 4 episodes of the OVA were great with like the guy in the library. That was like. I was moved to tears in that little time, and I was like, "Damn, man!" So,
if it still has that same thing going for it, then you know it's definitely something to be that you ought to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. Man. If you haven't seen Ancient Magus Bride, it's very. I remember what stood out to me was like the story with Chise and like her whole life, like journey to get to where she's at now, and it just looks beautiful. I think like to this day, like just like the shots they take is like breathtaking.
Right.
Yeah, I need to catch up to the show.
Same here. Omar's the only one that's fully caught up.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. It's really, really beautiful and it has a good message.
Yeah.
So look out for that. Look out for the OVAs or
OADs.
Original story. Who knows?
We'll see. And with that, we move on to the next news. Resident Evil Infinite Darkness voice cast has been revealed.
Yep.
And both for English and Japanese.
Yeah, the English dub is actually going to feature carryover voice actors from the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yes, both English and Japanese.
Yep.
Well, the Japanese one, he's been doing it for
ages, literally since the beginning.
He is Leon.
Yeah.
But the English one, he's the new one, Nick Apostolides.
Yes.
Butchering that name. But yeah, he's the new one, and I thought he did a good job in the remake. What about you, Dave? What you think of his performance?
It's fine, but you know, it sucks that it had to change. But you know, the leads always have to change eventually. You know, you can't be the same character the whole the whole time. So.
Yeah, and it's also a different cultural significance between English VAs and Japanese VAs. English VAs, they have to go through contracts and different like pay cuts and everything like that. They're the voice acting in America or just English territories in general, they don't necessarily have as much of an attachment to their characters as much as Japan's does, because in Japan it's a very, very, very huge role to take. When you have that role, you're that role. You're that character.
Yeah, I feel like
forever.
the people in Japan, like, they have honor taking the character's voice. Cause, like,
yes, exactly.
People are gonna carry on like through generations and like in life in general. It's like, oh, that's how I remember Leon.
Yeah, and like, you know, heaven forbid, you know, if a voice actor, if a Japanese voice actor does, you know, pass away, the production company usually wants to honor that character by not casting a different voice actor to replace the role, and rather try to write off the character or just not really do much anything with the character, depending on the severity of the situation. Yeah. Usually how that goes.
So yeah, man. I'm excited to see. Well, obviously, my man, the Japanese one, he got this under the bag. Bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's been doing it forever. But Nick, other than the remake, that's all he's done. So
we got our eyes on you.
He doesn't have that much in his plate other than that one. Yeah.
But if
I'm voice acting wise.
Yeah, but if we're going off from just the remake, I think he did a good job. So hopefully in this show, he does the same job.
Right.
And that's all we really hope for. And
looking forward to that. And now we move on to our video game news. We only have two here as well.
Yes.
First off, we're going to be talking about is the a remake, not a remake, but a new game announcement. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, a new arcade beat 'em up that harkens back, the art style wise, harkens back to the 1980s TV series.
Yes, and it has the greatest gameplay of the beat 'em ups.
Yep.
I enjoyed the trailer.
Oh yeah, it was
awesome.
It was crafted really, really well. It really, really harkens back to that whole style that we've all grown to love. You know, with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, it's very reminiscent to like the '80s style, and it's
Mutant Ninja Turtles. The song is so amazing.
I honestly was expecting you to go all the way with that song.
Come on, Turtle Power, bro.
Turtle Power, let's go. But yeah, so like presentation wise, it looks really similar to the '80s cartoon, but gameplay wise, it's very much like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time.
Yes.
With its, and it has 4-player co-op too, which is amazing too, which is always very welcome.
Yes, I love.
More the merrier.
I always loved the old school beat 'em ups and just.
I remember Omar was not sure about it before.
Oh yeah.
With no trailer. There was no trailer involved.
True, yeah,
so he's thinking of what would this game be, or it's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, because we had the remake of the Turtles in Time, and it was alright. It wasn't like what I expected it to be.
Yeah, I think you can never go wrong with sprite-based gameplay. Like it's, especially when you're going for like a cartoon style, unless it's like cell shaded, you're not really going to properly capture that feeling of that franchise or whatever you're trying to harken back to without that, you know, style represented. So I'm glad that they're with this direction now that we have a full-on trailer. I'm really glad that they're going the direction that they're going with.
Did you like how it looked, Omar?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Like how Robbie said, it was like the old school 80s cartoon, which is it's amazing. And I just wonder like if it's also kind of like a remake kind of the Turtles of Time. Like, are they gonna add more to it? Is there gonna be more stages, or like, because it says Shredder's Revenge, maybe like a sequel to it of like,
who knows?
Yeah, so
or is who else? So who did they show? I forgot.
They showed everybody.
Yeah, they show Baxter.
Do you think they're gonna be playable characters?
No.
Or they're just gonna help you? They're assists and they'll help you.
What do you mean?
The original Turtles game didn't have. I want to imagine that this game is trying to go for like a Turtles 4 style.
Yeah.
So they'll just stay with that.
Yeah, I mean that's what Turtles 4 had. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like in terms of like all the characters and stuff that they showed off, it was all like, you know, stuff that we've all known and loved, like Baxter Stockman, Bebop and Rocksteady, of course Shredder. They even showed the Technodrome too, which was also like a really huge staple to like the original 80s cartoon. Like this is definitely like, if for any Turtles fan, this is definitely for you, especially if you're a fan of the 80s cartoon, not the 2003 one or the 2011 one, but the 80s one in particular.
Hey man, I love the 2001, bro.
Oh yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That was dope. Anyways, but I already know, I have a cousin of mine. He's a big Turtles fan. I know he's gonna hop on this like once he hears this.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting on this train too. So
yeah, this
looks a lot of fun.
This is up his alley, man. So if you're hearing this, it's for you. And with that, we move on to next gaming news.
Our last piece of gaming news.
King of Fighters 15 is always on our podcast.
Yes.
Because they always release new returning characters to every week. So
it's crazy. They're just showing their characters at this point.
Yeah, and I feel like the roster is gonna be huge, just like it was in 14.
Yeah, and it kind of has to be huge because King of Fighters is always known for having their 3-to-3 gameplay.
Yes. So who they introduced this time, Robbie?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because they introduced Yuri Sakazaki.
Yay!
I mean, she's a mainstay character. There's hardly I don't think there's ever really been any release that didn't have her, or Rio for that matter.
Yeah.
So, you know, not having Yuri is like, you know, it doesn't make sense. You know, it's not like it's like not having Terry or King or whoever. So I'm really glad that you know, we get to see her. And design wise, I actually found it interesting, but a little minor detail. But they have long hair Yuri back, because ever since KOF 13, she's always had short hair. And it's kind of cool to harken back to that old, you know, style, I guess. It is kind of a running theme too, because I feel like they did the same thing with Kyo too, by giving him the headband and everything. It's like a nice mix between his Nest Saga look and his Orochi Saga look. So
yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, for me, this character is a main staple.
Yes.
When I think of King of Fighters, obviously I think of Terry, I think of Kyo, and she is one of them as well.
Yes, Yuri, yes.
Yes, she's a very lovable, bubbly character. You can't hate on her.
Especially on her gameplay.
Oh, no.
Her gameplay's fun.
That's a whole different story.
I love using Yuri, and especially depending on the game that she's in. Her moves are just amazing, especially like her command grab.
Oh, yeah.
Her command grab is just
Dude,
so
her
good.
command grab is cheap. Anyways, yeah, no, but yeah, I'm glad that she is in it for, like, you know, fans, like, for everybody, and it's just cool to see, like, oh, she's in the game. That's cool. But for me, but I'm not gonna pick her.
At least it's not kind of like derived hatred that you have like Andy or anything.
No.
So that's good, at least.
Yes. No, yeah. I like her more than Andy.
Hey, and who knows? You might even get a character trailer for Mr. Big.
Oh, dude, that would be the dreams. That would be dope. This King of Fire is gonna be amazing. Mr. Big shows up.
Yeah, I mean, so far, again, this game has been improving quite a bit, and you know, the character detail wise, and just the character roster. Who knows who else is gonna be on the table?
I think that's what's cool about like us covering it. It's just like who is gonna come.
Who knows?
Especially with like
Ash Crimson. Let's go.
Dude, the Duck guy.
Oh, Duck King.
Yes.
Oh,
bring him back.
I'd be so happy. I'd be the happiest person in the world if Duck King gets a trailer.
Oh, you know
back.
What team they should really bring back? The American team of the sports team.
The American sports team, Lucky Clover. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yo, that'd be dope.
I know. All right, then with that wraps up this week's episode of the Anime Squad podcast. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys love to see more of our stuff. And as always, my name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And we'll catch you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.